Hello friends, this is Satvinder Bhatia from Sukhmani Immigration Services, Brampton, Canada. I'm a regulated and licensed Canadian immigration consultant. Today I'll be sharing with you 3 PNP draws which happened just recently and all the analysis with you. But before that, a small request. If you are new to the channel and have not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. We talk a lot about Canadian immigration, news, update, tips, tricks on this channel. If you like the video, please share it with your family and friends so that they can also benefit. So without further delay, let's move on to a very important video about 3 PNP draws. And before that, just a reminder, if you are an aspirant of coming to Canada or your file is going on for Canadian immigration, my friend, this is the channel you need to subscribe on to. So without further delay, let's move on to a very important video which is about 3 PNP draws. 3 PNP draws by 3 different provinces. I am going to start as usual with Ontario because it's where I live. No, not because of that. It is because Ontario is a place which gives you maximum PNPs. So Ontario PNP draw starting first with Ontario's. Ontario, let me tell you the categories quickly so that you can capture where the draw happened. So broadly, the Ontario PNP categories are divided into 3, and the first category is express entry linked. For this, you need to have a profile in the express entry. The second one is expression of interest, and the third one is the entrepreneur stream for businessmen. So what we are going to talk about is expression of interest, and expression of interest is further divided into 2 categories. The first one is your graduate stream and the second one is employer job offer stream. In the graduate stream, it is divided into master's category and PhD. So it is for those students who do come to Canada and who complete their master's or PhD from here in Ontario. So if you have done your master's, you are qualified into this category depending upon some other conditions, but usually you do qualify under master's program. And you don't need a profile in express entry. So technically you don't have to wait that long for 1 year. So under the employer job offer, you have 3 categories, and these 3 categories are foreign worker stream, international student stream, and of course the in-demand skills stream. What I am going to talk about is master's category. Master's, as I've told you, for those students who have done their master's degree from Canada. So let us look at that master's stream from the government website. Here is the information right in front of you. Sometimes it is difficult to read and understand. Let us see point by point, and for easy understanding, this draw happened September 19. The draw happened September 19 and total number of people called were 537. 537 people were called. Important thing, the score, and this is not a CRS score. Score was 41 and above. This is the lowest score so far in 2023. And November 2022 the profiles were made till the draw date September 19. So this is not a CRS score, this is Ontario's own matrix. So with that, now look at the snapshot. A snapshot basically gives you the information how many people are called so far in this year. So here is a snapshot. Almost close to 5,000 people are called, to be precise 4,683. 4,683 people are called in the master stream, not in the PhD. PhD you add on to it. So in one category itself, 4,683 people are called. And with that, let's move on to another province which is on the other side of Canada, which is in the west side. So from east, let's move on to the west. Third PNP draw was conducted by BC, beautiful British Columbia. So BC conducted third PNP draw in September of 2023, and this draw was done on, again this was also on September 19, and BC conducts the draw. Two important things I want to tell you before we move on to the actual draw. First, the BC conducts a draw every Tuesday. And second, BC conducts the draw in two parts: targeted portion, general portion. So this, what you see on the screen, is the general portion. And here is the part 2 of the draw, which is the targeted one. Now, to better understand, let us look at the analysis. So the BC conducted the draw September 19, and how many people were called? 225. 225 people were called. Part 1 of the draw, 147 people were called. Part 2 of the draw, 78 people were called. 78 people were targeted. Targeted for a particular knock code, and these knock code were the early childhood educator. In short, we call this ECE. ECE, and 51 people were called in this category. And healthcare, total healthcare, 27 people were called by PC. Total 78 and 225, including the main draw and the targeted draw. So with that, now look at the BC snapshot. So BC so far has called 7,442 people. So date by date, draw by draw, all information right in front of you. You can see from January to August, the information is there month by month, and then 6th September, 12th and 19th September. So these were the 3 draws in the month of September. With that snapshot of BC, let us move on to another province, which is Manitoba. Manitoba has conducted 22nd draw. 22nd draw of 2023. Let me tell you, Manitoba has started recently occupation specific draws. They were not doing the same, but recently they have also started occupation specific draws, which means they target a particular knock code and invite those people. So occupation specific draw is the one here. First of all, from the government website, here is the information, right? Sometimes again difficult to read, so let us see the draw information, where the draw happened, which category. As I said, occupation specific. Which occupation? So occupations, the major knock code is 64, 65, 65, like 65 200. So 65 201. These are the categories, right? 200, 201, bartenders, foods restaurant managers, all those categories. Servers, they are the category. Sales and service category. So this is the category, and now there is one which is, as I said, occupation specific. The rest component of the draw is right here in front of your eyes. Sometimes again it is difficult to read from the government website. So here is the understanding. The draw happened September 21st. September 21st the draw was conducted, and 298 letter of advice to apply. Letter of advice to apply is same as ITA, invitation to apply. Just the names are different, the context is the same. 298 people are called and occupation specific. So when they are in Manitoba, the score is always lower. 298 people are called who are in Manitoba and in the occupation specific category, with a score which is the minimum score is 612. Now, letter of advice to issue was also given to skilled workers in Manitoba, all categories. So when all categories, 239 people were called and minimum score was 631. Anybody having that score gets the letter of advice to apply. 27 people were called from overseas. When you call overseas, the score is always higher side. 723 is the score. 56 from international education stream were called. Total 620 people were called. Out of 620, 59 people were having profile in express entry. I always say it is very, very important to have profile in express entry. If you get a chance, you can get a chance here in the express entry, or you can get chances elsewhere also. So if you have a profile in express entry, it is always beneficial. Now with that, let us look at the snapshot. The snapshot, again, how many draws are conducted. So you see here 22 draws are conducted, but in addition to these draws, there were smaller draws also. The smaller draws, which were like 10-15 people were called, those are for Ukraine, to help Ukraine people. So I have not taken them into accommodation here. They are not in consideration, but they were also conducted. So more than 11,000 people, 11,044 is the number which have been called. More than 11,000 people were called by Manitoba under this PNP category. So this is the date by date, again category by category information right in front of your eyes. So once again, if you need to discuss your own case with us, more than welcome. You can book an appointment with us and discuss your case. Our office is located in Brampton, and address, email ID, all information is right in front of your eyes here. Very important thing. If you have still not subscribed, do consider subscribing. Our team puts lots of effort to bring all this information to you. Thank you very much for watching the video. Thanks.